So this morning we've got some wind coming in the next couple of days, so what we're going to do today, we're going to take a 20-mile hop up the coast where there's a bit of land sticking out. The wind's supposed to be increasing through the day, but it should be behind us, so it could be quite a good sail. At the moment we've got about, I don't know, probably 8 knots of wind blowing on me at the moment, so we'll get going in a little while. We'll raise the anchor. The sail should be up almost straight away by the looks of it, and we'll head off 20 miles up the coast into this next anchorage for tonight. Then tomorrow we're going to sail into round to Saint-Tropez, go into a marina there, not the main Saint-Tropez marina because that'd be pretty expensive, but there's one quite nearby which isn't as expensive. We'll go in there and have a couple of days there while a big Mistral wind comes through, and the weather forecast is all purple and gusty, so we'll stay in there for a couple of days. This is Intrepid Bear, a 40-foot sailboat off to explore the world with her crew Ian and Kate.
Come aboard and let's see what's out there.
A warm one this morning.
Yes, sweating to drop off in, you know.
Yes, very attractive. So I'll haul up the anchor. We've got to hope the anchor's actually there.
Yes.
We've snorkeled over the anchor several times and we cannot see it for the life of us. We see bits of chain, but then it disappears in a load of grass. I'm sure it's dug into the grass. Hopefully it will come out reasonably. Won't be trapped under anything, but we'll find out when it comes up. We'll just go out, clear of these boats, then we'll get the sail up pretty much straight away because we've already got the wind. Just get the main up because it'll be downwind to start with. And then we'll see what angle we've got once we've set our navigation, which we probably should have already have set, but it's over there somewhere.
Out of here and turn right.
Left.
If we go down here, we're turning very left.
And then we
Stop
go.
there, yeah.
Then we go a bit left.
Yeah, alright, okay, stay over there.
Yeah. Funny that captain knows where he's going, isn't it?
Handy.
Handy. Right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to ease the main a bit if you can. We're not going to be sailing that fast, but we're not in a hurry, so and we should be able to roll out the head sail as well any second now, which will be nice. So on this point of sail, quite often the main will blanket the head sail, so the head sail just flap uselessly, and actually the head sail is the most powerful sail. I've discovered, I haven't read it anywhere, but I've discovered that if I pull the main in from where it should be, so it's actually sheeted too tight for the actual wind conditions, and it lets the wind go past the main a little bit to the head sail, which just helps out a little bit with speed.
Why are we now heading like to the corner of the bay rather than to our ultimate destination?
Well, I was just reading something and it makes sense anyway, but we were going dead downwind, and dead downwind is not particularly fast point of sail, so we were doing 2.8, 2.9 knots, and our VMG was 2.8, 2.9 knots. But we've now turned away to get onto a broad reach, which is a much faster point of sail, and we're doing 3.7 knots of, which has brought our VMG up to 3.5. So although we're not heading straight to the waypoint, our progress towards the waypoint is 3.5, which means we're actually getting to the waypoint faster, even though we're going further. So that's why we've turned away to get onto a faster point of sail. So the wind has backed, which means it goes anti-clockwise. No, has it backed? Hang on. God. The wind has gone. Which way has the wind gone? Yeah, it's backed. I had to think about it. The wind has backed, which means it's got pushing us downwind, so it's trying to take us even further up into the bay. So we've turned away a little bit, but our VMG is down to 3.2 now. So what we're going to do is jibe the boat round onto the other tack, and hopefully that will improve our VMG on a good sailing angle in that direction.
Not all the way in. How far do you want to pull it?
Just trim it nicely, please. It doesn't need to come in far because we're downwind. So by tacking across there, we brought the speed up to 4.9 and we're a lot more towards the waypoint. So the VMG has come up to 4.8. So we've gained over a knot of VMG, or velocity, towards the waypoint, and brought our ETA right down to 1500. So that was a good jibe. So the wind seems to be bending us more and more round to starboard now, taking us away from our course line, although we've still got 4.5 knots of VMG. But I'm going to stick the ley lines on the plotter now, and they might give us a better clue of when we can tack towards the waypoint or jibe towards the waypoint. So what these are showing us is effectively the angles we could make if we turned across the wind. So if we turned across the wind, this would be the angle we'd make there. And then this rhombus here, that's effectively showing us where we could turn. So when we get to there, we could turn and make the correct angle to our next waypoint. So what it's saying at the moment is carry on over towards the island, and then if we turn near the island, we'll make it up towards the waypoint. So I'm going to bring her around because I think we'll be on a better angle just sailing direct towards the waypoint. So when you're ready, or when I'm ready, I'll get you to press steer to nav, so that we'll just bring her back round onto course, and hopefully the wind will be on that angle. I am ready when you are.
Okay.
Steer to nav.
Direct from here?
Yeah.
Not a long route though.
The wind's gone back, otherwise we should have jibed around it. And we're actually broad reaching. Beam reaching
to where
back to where it should be.
So it's just kind of done a whole wibbly bit in the middle and returned.
Now it's starting to blow again in the direction where it should be. Because yeah, we should have jibed them, but it's on our beam on the same side. Crazy.
Now we're flying on, got 17, 18 knots true wind, so 12 knots apparent, and we're doing a good 6 knots, so that weird wind flipness has passed on, and we're making good speed. This is what was forecast, so maybe the wind gods read the forecast and decided to deliver on it, but we shall see. And as quick as the wind arrived, it left again. And so we've been patient, but at my behest, we are motoring, which is ridiculous considering the forecast say it's 17 gusting 25, but it's so hot to be sitting here bobbing round. We're going to motor for a little bit and see if the forecast wind returns. Sailing, wind shift, no wind, sailing, wind shift, no wind. So yeah.
So almost there, just got 25 minutes on this heading, and then we just turn around the point that's in front of us, and that'll be us round into the bay, and hopefully it's not too busy. But the sea temperature currently 27.1 degrees, and I don't know what the air temperature is, but it's blooming hot, so that's for sure. So looking forward to jumping in the water fairly soon after we get the anchor down.
We made it.
We made it. Look at the colour of the water. It's blue. I can see the anchor all the way down. Whilst it appeared that we had woken up in paradise, we weren't both feeling it that morning, and for reasons that I will explain later, there was a bit of a gap in filming. So, berthed in Marines de Coquelin, which is a marina about 6 miles down from Saint-Tropez. This is €51 a night for us, and Saint-Tropez itself was 133. We are now on the taxi boat, takes us on a trip down to Saint-Tropez, so we're going to go down and just have a look. Never seen so many super yachts in the bay though, it's unbelievable. Well, mega yachts. The whole bay is just full of them. But yeah, let's go and have a look at Saint-Tropez. But yeah, Saint-Tropez living up to its reputation as the playground of the rich. There are some serious mega yachts in here. Funny enough, we could have come in here for €133 a night, which, although a lot, is not as crazy as I would have expected it to be. I would expect like 250, 300 for somewhere like this. But no, 133 as opposed to 51 where we are, so it's a lot, but I would have expected more somehow for the reputation. That's where they keep the little boats, you know, 100 foot or something like that. Despite the clear opulence and excess on display in Saint-Tropez, we found that the decadence was a fairly thin veneer, and once behind it, Saint-Tropez was actually a nice little French town. Looks like we arrived on market day. A little bit busy, still interesting. Got a pain au chocolat in France. It's not as good as the one in Lacquer though. Very little chocolate in there. Disappointing. Lacquer still has the best pain au chocolat in the world. Above the town is the imposing citadel. It was built in 1602 and has kept watch over Saint-Tropez ever since.
See the man in the tree? So this is Port Grimaud, Little French Venice as some people call it. Just a series of canals with houses with moorings at the bottom of the dock. So when we win our lottery and get our massive motorboat, we come and buy a place here and keep the boat in the back garden. Be nice. So yeah, Port Grimaud, some people have said it's a little bit cheesy, a little bit staged, but it's actually, I quite like it. It's quite kind of natural. Maybe it was set up once upon a time, but it's a nice feel to it, I think. What about you? Yeah, it was designed by one man. It's his vision apparently, I don't know who, but it's nice. It flows, it's not blocky and staged.
Yeah. Dawn the next morning showed the true scale of the wealth floating off of Saint-Tropez. It put me in mind of images of the D-Day invasion fleet, but of course the vessels and conditions are not comparable. Now bear with me on this stunning morning while I try to explain the earlier gap in filming. Okay, so we're getting ready to leave Marines du Coquelin. Didn't record the journey here. Basically that was down to me. I was in a bit of a funk. I think I was just tired. I was just like, couldn't be bothered with it anymore, because I don't wish to whinge, but this life is actually quite hard. Bits keep breaking on the boat. You wake up in an anchorage, it's nice, then it starts rolling. And I had just had a little bit of enough at the time then, and I was almost ready to turn the boat around and go home. And my negativity annoyed Kate a bit, so we were not talking that much on the way here. But we've been in the marina a couple of nights now, recharged. Nice visit to Saint-Tropez, nice visit to, what's it called over there? Port Grimaud. That was really nice. And the world looks a whole lot better now, and I'm quite happy to carry on going. But say, it sounds ridiculous when we're living the dream, but sometimes it's hard. I was tired and I just wasn't bothered. It's very, very hot. I shouldn't whinge about that either, but it is really, really hot, which is, when you're on holiday and all you've got to do is lie around and drink cold beer, it's okay, it's nice, but when you're trying to live, it is hot. Say, I don't want to whinge, but that's the reality. Whether this will make the cut or not, I don't know. But anyway, so we've done all that. We've had that nice day, which we filmed Saint-Tropez and Grimaud last night, and now we're going to head off, finish with the marina for a couple of days. We're going to go around the corner and anchor around there for a night. Then the wind changes, we'll come back and anchor outside Grimaud. But first of all, we're heading over to get some fuel in Port Grimaud. So I need to just check the navigation, see where we got to go, because it's a little bit different channels around there and quite tight getting in. So we'll just have a look at the plotter and then we'll head on over in a minute. There's the fuel dock there, so we've got to come out, and these are port hand markers, so we've actually got to go in there, and it's quite tight, but you've got to not get confused by this starboard. Pretty sure this starboard is for this channel, so we've got to go out to those port handers and then in, otherwise it's quite shallow in the middle there and we don't want to go aground. And with that, it seems that this episode is quite long enough. Join us next time as we ride out a Mistral at anchor before voyaging further amongst the mega yachts. This one is just a support ship to someone's yacht, and on towards Antibes. Thank you for watching.